Hare Krishna. Hello friends, I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra, I am preacher Roshan with Bhagavad Gita, and today is very special lecture. Today I am going to talk about self and self-realization, the importance of self-realization. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Madhusudana clearly stated, verse number 20, chapter number 2, here Madhusudana clearly said, for the soul there is neither birth nor death. It has not come into beings and doesn't come into beings and will not come into beings. Soul is unborn, eternal, ever existing and primeval. It is not slain when the body is slain. Listen my words very carefully. The body can be slain, but soul never can be slain. So it is not slain when the body is slain. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So it is about how to identify the true soul, true self, and about recognition of the self, particular self, individual identity. So we are not physical, we are not emotion, we are only eternal. Our soul is eternal. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Lord Krishna further said, verse number 22, chapter number 2, here Madhusudana clearly stated, as a person put on new garment, giving up old and useless one, so the soul similarly accept the new material body and giving up old and useless one. So this is actually about the transmigration of the soul. Vasansi jirna yatha vihaya navani karanti naroparani tata sarirari vihaya jirnaya anyani sayati navani dehi. Here Madhusudana clearly stated, means as we are actually putting on new garment and giving up old and useless one, and similarly soul actually put on, means accept new body and giving up old and useless body. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So when we talk about self is unchanging, the eternal soul will never be changed, never fluctuate, undestructible. The soul is undestructible but body is destructible. This is what Madhava clearly stated. The self is beyond change, unlike the mind or emotion, which actually time to time, actually due course of the time, mind and emotion both can be changed. I do have emotion and physical or mental and emotional attachment with someone, but the due course of the time, my emotion, my attachment will be changed. I do have attraction for someone, but at the due course of the time, my attraction, my emotion will be changed. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Verse number 24, chapter number 2. Here Madhava clearly stated, that which prevents the entire body is destructible. Means entire body, our material body is destructible, but our soul is indestructible. Our soul is imperishable. No one is able to destroy that is imperishable soul. Our eternal soul is imperishable, unborn, and ever existing. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So what we have to do, we have to identify who we are and what kind of prescribed duty we all have to follow. Here Madhusudana clearly stated about prescribed duty. The soul is there, self is there, and in order to get to self-realization, we all need to perform a prescribed duty. This is why Madhusudana clearly stated, verse number 8, chapter number 3. Here Madhusudana clearly stated, Niyatam kuru karma tvam karma jaya hi akarmanah. Sarira yatra pichate na prasiddha akarmanah. Here Madhusudana clearly stated, perform your prescribed duty. Perform your prescribed duty. Working is better than not working. And no one can maintain his or her physical body without performing his duty. So we all are entitled to perform prescribed duty. This is why we are only here in this material world to perform a prescribed duty, to follow Lord Krishna's supreme instruction. So something is good for the society, something is good for the particular entire material world. That particular individual action or act is particular action or individual action is good for each and every individual one. So that action which actually beneficial for the society, that action is also beneficial for each and individual one, for me as well. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So always perform a prescribed duty. This should be the supreme goal of each and every individual one. Lord Krishna actually clearly stated, Dharma means the welfare of each and every living entity. If anyone, even single person, even single entity in the society is in a sadness or is in a too much sorrowness, that particular dharma is not established. That particular person, nobody's happiness is actually completed. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. If anyone around me, actually that particular person is very dukhi or very sad, then my happiness is not complete. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. The self-consciousness is required most. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. To identify the self, who you are, and what kind of prescribed duty you need to perform, what ought to do and what ought not to do. Means this is how you can make the decision. Decision making power only can be developed if you know who you are and what kind of prescribed duty you need to perform. What are the supreme instruction of the Lord Krishna? This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Gita prescribes the self as pure consciousness that illuminate experience. Verse number 30, chapter number 13th. Here Krishna clearly stated, when one see all the beings in the self, listen me very carefully. Here Krishna, Madhusudan, Mukunda, Murari, Kesava, Janardana, Govind, Gopala, Madhava clearly stated, one who see all the beings in the self. Listen me very carefully. One who see all the beings in the self and self in all the beings. जो मुझे सब जगह पे देखता है और पूरा संसार मुझ में देखता है, उस व्यक्ति के लिए मैं कभी दूर नहीं जाता और व्यक्ति मेरे दिल में हमेशा मेरे साथ रहता है. दिस इज व्हाट मधुसूदना क्लियरली स्टेटेड. When one see all the beings in the self and the self in all the beings, then one attains his highest peace. That particular person will surely get supreme tranquility. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So identifying with a witness consciousness rather than with the body, identify the soul rather than body. So what we are doing in this current scenario, we all would consider this body as everything for us. Means this body is everything for us, and whatever pleasure we are getting, whatever happiness we are getting through the body, we will think these all things is actually most important, and there is nothing beyond that. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. This actually will be destroyed due course of the time, but the experience which actually soul get through the body will never be destroyed. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So you don't have to emotionally attach with any material things, anyone. You don't have to emotionally attach with your wife, with your son, with your daughter, with your children, with your kids. You don't have to attach. You don't have to emotionally attach with your parents as well. You just have to emotionally attach with Lord Krishna, because the attachment with Lord Krishna will surely help to all of us to get a salvation, to get a supreme abode of Lord Krishna. So 1,000 times surrender is required with Madhusudana. Madhusudan is there, Mukunda is there, Murari is there, Janardana is there, Govind is there. Then why should we worry about anything? Because Krishna clearly stated, Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nasaya Govindaya Namo Namah. So this is how Madhusudana clearly stated. This is what Krishna clearly stated. So this is all about the self, about to identify who we are and what kind of prescribed duty we all need to perform. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So when we actually understand about the self-inquiry, ask yourself, I am the body. Ask yourself, am I body? Am I the mind? Or am I eternal observer? So this is the question. These are the questions we need to ask with ourselves. Detachment. Notice that you can observe thoughts, feeling, sensation without being them. So this is all actually attract to all of us toward the material things. So we just have to control our mind, control our thoughts, control our senses. So we need to regulate our senses, because we आंखें तो देखेंगी, मुंह है तो बोलेगा, कान है तो सुनेगा, जीभ है तो बोलेंगी, नाक है तो सूंघेगा, हाथ है तो टच करेगा. But we need to control what we have to see, what we have to speak, what we have to sniff, what we have to hear, and what we have to touch. Means 5 senses, by 5 sensory organs we have to regulate by our sensory organs. Then we can easily. Tasmad indriyani adu niyamya bharatvarsah papa prajahiyena jnana vigyan nasanam. Here Madhusudana clearly says, papa prajahiyena jnana vigyan nasanam. That particular, our senses will destroy our real knowledge. If we fail to control or regulate our senses by our sensory organs, then what will happen? It will destroy our real knowledge. It will destroy our true self. It will hide our self, and we will surely get attachment through the material things. And material attachment will never actually make all of us eligible to get a salvation. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. This is what Mahadava clearly stated. So according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, self is eternal, unchanging and conscious and distinct from the body. Soul is totally distinct from the body, as well as the mind, identifying it involved, turning inward, observing the impermanent aspect of the life and realizing the witnessing presence that underlying all the experience. So underlying all the experience, whatever experience we are getting through the body, our soul will carry forward in the next body. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. I hope you all can understand. If you have any question, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Sri Radhe.